It's the winter of 1959. 9 experienced hikers set out on a journey into the frozen wilderness of the Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. They were strong, skilled, prepared. But within weeks, all 9 would be dead. And what investigators found made no sense at all. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass incident, one of the most chilling mysteries ever recorded. Welcome to Bright Mind Mysteries YouTube channel.
The expedition. The group was led by a 23-year-old engineering student named Igor Dyatlov. He and his team were attempting a difficult trek across the northern Ural Mountains, an area known for brutal weather and isolation. The destination, a mountain ominously named Holit Sehal, which translates roughly to Dead Mountain. The group consisted of 8 men and 2 women, all experienced hikers. Before the journey truly began, one member fell ill and turned back. That decision likely saved his life. The remaining 9 continued on. Into the wilderness. The hikers pushed deeper into the mountains as temperatures dropped to around -30 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit. Blizzards, strong winds, zero visibility. Yet, they pressed on. On February 1st, 1959, they made camp on the slope of Holit Sehal. Instead of moving to a more sheltered forest below, they pitched their tent out in the open. No one knows why. That night, something happened. Something so terrifying that it forced 9 trained hikers to flee into the freezing darkness. The discovery. Weeks later, when the group failed to return, a search team was sent out. What they found was disturbing. The tent was located first, but it wasn't just abandoned, it had been cut open from the inside. Inside were their belongings, boots, coats, food, all left behind. Outside, footprints.
The strange details didn't make sense. One had a fractured skull. Another had crushed ribs. But strangely, there were no external wounds to match the severity of the injuries. Even more unsettling, one victim was missing her tongue. Some clothing showed traces of radiation. Investigators concluded the force of the injuries was comparable to a car crash, but there was no vehicle, no explosion, no obvious cause. Theories. Over the years, many theories have tried to explain what happened. Avalanche theory. Some believe a sudden avalanche forced the group to flee, but there were no clear signs of a large avalanche. Military testing. Others suggest secret Soviet weapons testing. Strange lights were reportedly seen in the sky that night. Infrasound panic. A scientific theory suggests wind created low-frequency sound waves that caused panic and irrational behavior. Wild animal attack. But there were no clear animal tracks. Paranormal theories. Aliens, unknown creatures, even supernatural forces. Each theory explains part of the mystery, but none explain everything. The official conclusion. The Soviet investigation eventually closed the case with a vague explanation. An unknown compelling force. No clear answers, no full explanation. For decades, the case remained classified. Modern investigation. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case. Their conclusion leaned heavily toward a small, delayed avalanche. Computer simulations even suggested that snow buildup could have crushed the tent. But many still question this theory. Why cut the tent open? Why leave without proper clothing? Why the unusual injuries?
More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved. 9 lives lost, a tent cut open from the inside, footprints leading into the unknown, and a mystery that refuses to be explained. What do you think really happened? Thank you for watching Bright Mind Mysteries YouTube channel video. Like and comment, also subscribe channel.